On the path to financial freedom, there's this one skill that's absolutely crucial, and it has nothing to do with charts or spreadsheets. It's all about mastering your own mind. So welcome to day 3 of our series. Today, we're diving deep into what we call neuro-fitness, which is really the art of thinking clearly when everyone else is hitting the panic button.
This quote, it just cuts right to the heart of the problem for every single investor. If you look back through history, from tulip mania way back in the 1600s to the dot-com bubble to the 2008 crash, time and time again, the crowd is this incredibly powerful but often totally misleading force. When the pressure is really on, the collective almost always makes the wrong move. So the real question for you is, how do you build the mental strength to just walk the other way?
To win this battle, you first have to really understand what you're up against. The crowd, it isn't just a bunch of other investors. It's a psychological force. It generates this massive wave of collective emotion that is, frankly, neurologically exhausting and just plain toxic to clear, rational thinking.
Just picture a market drop. All of a sudden, it's not about numbers on a screen anymore, is it? It's a full-on sensory assault. The noise just gets cranked up to this unbearable volume, and it feels like it's designed to overwhelm your logical mind.
Yeah, and every single notification on your phone is a blaring alarm. Your social media feed becomes this waterfall of panic. The TV is just a constant loop of fear. You have to realize this isn't information anymore. It's a carefully orchestrated campaign of distress signals firing directly into your brain. And in that moment of pure chaos, our most primal instincts just take over. We stop thinking and we just start reacting. The herd moves, and that impulse to move right along with it, to sell when they sell or buy what they buy, it becomes almost impossible to resist.
Think about it. When literally everyone is screaming, who is actually thinking? In an environment of pure reaction, where do you find the space for a single logical thought? The answer is, you don't. Not unless you've trained for it.
And that is where the solution begins. See, this isn't about having a better financial strategy, it's about having a better conditioned mind. We have to move from just reacting to the market to responding with real intention. And that is the discipline of neuro-fitness.
Let's be really clear about this. Neural fitness isn't something you just have. It's something you do. It's a daily practice. Think of it like a pro athlete in the gym building that muscle memory. You are actively, consciously conditioning your brain to withstand the pressure of the market and to stop your emotions from hijacking your entire financial future.
Now, what you're seeing here is this really stark contrast. The untrained mind, it gets hijacked. It just reacts to all the noise. But the trained neuro-fit mind, it stays deliberate. It operates on logic, not on cortisol. And that right there is the difference between being a pawn in the market's game and being the one who's actually playing.
Okay, so let's take this a step further. This mental training, it's not just about building a defense against panic. It's about forging your most powerful weapon. When you finally master your own mind, you unlock your single greatest strategic advantage in the market.
The greatest financial decisions in history were not made in some chaotic, screaming trading room. No way. They were made in stillness, in absolute tranquility. It's in the quiet where you gain the edge.
A tranquil mind is a focused mind. It cuts through all the chatter, the hype, and the fear. It lets you focus on what actually matters, the raw data and your own analysis. While everyone else is getting swept up in the emotional storm, you're the one seeing the underlying patterns. And that is a profound competitive advantage.
But the crowd will always try to pull you back in. And its most powerful weapon is FOMO, the fear of missing out. It's this insidious feeling that everyone else is getting rich while you're just being left behind. We have to deconstruct this trap, piece by piece.
If you take away just one thing today, please let it be this. FOMO feels like a market signal. It feels urgent, right? Like it's a critical piece of information you have to act on. But it's a trick. It is a purely emotional response, a biological impulse that has absolutely no connection to an asset's real, fundamental value.
So here's how it actually works on a chemical level in your brain. The crowd starts hyping something up and you feel that pull. When you give in and you follow them, your brain releases dopamine. It's a little reward. But when you resist, when you stand alone, your brain releases the stress hormone, cortisol. The whole system is basically designed to make standing alone feel painful. Just recognizing this is the very first step to mastering it.
All right, enough theory. It's time to put this into practice.
Today's action plan is your very first workout in Neuro-Fitness. It's a simple 24-hour exercise designed to help you create that mental space where tranquility can actually start to grow. So here's what you're going to do. For the next 24 hours, no market alerts. None. Unfollow those loud, chaotic voices on social media. Find a moment, even just a few minutes, for actual silence. The goal here is simple: to prove to yourself that the world is not going to end and your portfolio will not collapse just because you didn't react to every single blip on the screen.
And that brings us to our final thought for today. As you go through this little exercise, I want you to really consider this question. When you finally turn down the volume of the crowd, what do you start to hear? What patterns, what logic, what truths begin to emerge when the only voice left is your own?